Once again, welcome to the session. So this is our first session. So already you have the course content and all. Before coming to the actual topic, so let me give you the idea. So as you know that this is S/4HANA Finance, and in old days we used to say FICO. So basically, always I have seen that people are getting confused between FICO, S/4HANA Finance. So FICO is nothing but it is your business process. Okay, and S/4HANA is the technology. I will explain more in today's session once we'll proceed. Then, what is the difference between FICO and S/4HANA Finance? Nothing, it is the same only. SAP, they have projected the product in such a way that when it was in old technology or in ECC module, they used to say it is FICO. FICO is nothing but finance and controlling. Finance is for your FI point of view, means your all your accounting stuff, accounting concepts, books of accounts, all this manage how we are going to manage. That we used to do under FI and the management accounting, right? So for your reference, I have listed here the things which is there, or these are the submodules. So FI is your main module, and these are your submodules. Similarly, from the costing point of view, management accounting point of view, these are the submodules. This is their product, and the technology was ECC, and they renamed the packaging. You can say now it is as for HANA Finance, but same thing. So it is also going to cover finance, controlling, and some other things will be there. But now, if someone is saying that FICO, that is the same product, but as the product labeling changed, or you can say SAP changed their product. So FICO is not the right one. It is S4 HANA Finance. So under S4 HANA Finance means this is our technology. S4 HANA is technology, and finance is our solutions or finance solutions we are going to give here. So when I'm saying finance, don't restrict that. Okay, it is finance means we are only going to have the solutions related to this FI part. No, FI S4HANA Finance includes everything. S4HANA Finance include finance, it includes costing, so it includes everything. But we are not saying S4HANA Finance and controlling. No, it is S4HANA Finance which covers everything. Now, next questions, as you named that ECC was the technology was there. As this one, we are going to concentrate on S4HANA. So ECC is required or not required? Now, that product, we are in the current situation when that product is not completely outdated. Very soon it is going to be outdated. And some companies are still using ECC. They are in the process of migration. In next year, maybe they will do, or they are in the process of migration. Couple of support related jobs you will find, couple of migration related jobs you will find, which is on ECC. So at this moment, if I'm going to completely ignore the ECC part, then maybe that time you are going to face the problem. But definitely ECC is not our future, because that product is going to be outdated. So we can't completely ignore ECC, and we will not stick into ECC because ECC know where you are going to get a new implementations, or like it's no one is going to accept if you are only having the ECC skill. So in this training, we are going to focus both the things, ECC as well as S4. So how it is possible? Hands-on point of view, we will use S4. Each and everything we will configure in the S4 system. But every business process, whatever we are going to configure, that we are going to configure in the ECC. So in this way, it will be like you will have understanding both. Because there are a couple of changes are there. Certain things you will find there is no change. It is exactly same whatever earlier. Now also it is same. So once I will proceed, I will give you the overview after maybe after 5 minutes. So some areas you will find it is as it is, but some areas you will find the changes. So that is why, for example, if it is a migration project, then that time you're fully focused on the changes, because customer already using ECC and they are going to migrate to S4. If it is new implementation, they are completely new. They don't know anything about ECC, so that time ECC knowledge is not required. But sometimes some small rollout projects will be there, so that time also ECC is required. So that's why ECC we will take the base. We will configure end to end on S4 HANA. By comparing the ECC, we'll see what are the new changes are there in ECC, both from the business functions point of view as well as technical. So when I'm technical, table level changes, or how the things are simplified, what are the changes are available. Then we will configure in the S4, so that we'll have a quick comparison between two systems, both the product ECC as well as S4 HANA, and the business process will be our base. So this is first thing, you make it clear. So when I'm saying S4 HANA Finance, that includes everything, that includes finance as well as controlling. Then next, what I am expecting, Don't think it is course. Don't think it is you are going to complete a course for next 3 months, or you are going to. Don't. It is your project, because as it is IT product. So until unless if you are not going to link with your project, which maybe very soon you are going to get when you will be there as a S/4HANA finance consultant. So at that time you are not going to deliver the course, right? That time you are going to deliver the project. So that is why think from the day one, it is our project and how we are going to successfully complete the project. Because in future when you will face the interview, when you will face the client, so that time that type of questions will be there, right? So if it is a project discussion, so your business is going to ask the questions accordingly. If it is an interview, then business is going to, I mean, interviewer is going to ask the questions accordingly. So when it is project, so project point of view, our approach will be different, right? So that we are going to discuss. So just very high level I'm explaining right now. So as you know that deployment, again dedicatedly I will explain. Uh, for just anyone is completely new in this part. I don't think anyone is new, but still. So as we have different type of projects, so one is the new implementation and another one is the migration. New implementations, technically we are saying it is greenfield implementation. Means let's say we are using, let's say, Oracle, and we have decided that we will go for SAP implementation. So that means we are going to start our SAP journey from beginning, because currently our product what we are using, that is Oracle. Okay, so from Oracle we are going to start our SAP journey. In that case, we can't do the migration because Oracle, it's a different product, right? So different companies, different product, different solutions are there. So that we are going to consider new implementation, which will be our first agenda. So we are going to focus on the greenfield in detail. So when it will be a new implementations, that means you are going to start the business process from scratch. Means from zero, you are going to configure each and everything, the hands-on point of view. Same way, I'm going to do the demonstration, and same way when you will get your assignment or when you will do the practice, system practice, accordingly you are going to give. So I've given some dummy projects, dummy names here. So I will come to the blueprint part. Let's say a couple of informations you got it. This numbers like we will not wait for 24 months to complete it. So within 3 months we have to complete everything. But just for your reference, I have included few things are here. Now in this project, when you are going to deliver a project, you are not going to be alone in the project to deliver the particular project. So we have different consultants will be there, technical consultants will be there, functional consultant will be there, and you are the functional consultant who is going to in real project you will only responsible for S4 HANA finance or the finance stuff. When I'm saying finance, by default management accounting included. But certain things, the business process point of view will see, then in that case, if we'll come to this part, you will find that business process point of view, what are the things we are going to give a solution? Because what the product you have, like you will say that we have FICO, MMSD, these are the product names from the SAP. But business owners, they don't know this product. They know the business process. They are looking, are you going to cover, I mean, are you going to give the solutions related to our R2R business process, record to report business process, that solutions you are going to give, right? So R2R solutions are we going to give, record to report, P2P, O2C, or you are going to give the solutions related to product costing. Like this, that type of expectation they will have. So they are not going to bother about FICO, all these things. So that is why when we are going to give the solutions or when we are going to configure here also, instead of topic wise we are going to cover, we will think from the business process point of view. We need to design the business process, and from that point of view we are going to configure, so that obviously in this process you are going to learn the different things. You are going to understand the business process, how the system configurations will be there, and how we are going to do the testing. All these things will be there, and in end you are going to see that P2P is completely configured. So when we are going to configure the P2P or procurement to payment, P2P, we know that it is not one module solutions, right? You can't say that only with finance we are going to give the complete solution related to P2P. So P2P is going to start with procurement. So procurement, again, another module, that is MM module. Then, of course, when we are going to purchase, finance will be there. Sometimes during purchase, some cost component also will be there. Like example, price difference, that will be transferred to your CO module. that will be included in your cost of production. Then finally, you are going to make the payment, which is your accounts payable. So if you are going to skip this one, as we are only going to focus the finance part, then these things, if you are going to skip, then your entire process is not going to work, right? So process is going to start from purchase requisition, then purchase order, then you are going to process the GR, you will see the all the integrations, then finally you are going to make the payment. In project, consultant will be there to configure that part, but here you have to do, right? So that is why I have planned it for 3 months. Otherwise, I can complete all these things maybe within 1.5 months or within 2 months. The reason why it is planned for 3 months, because not only we are going to configure the finance and controlling part, whatever requirement will be there, that is, we are going to add from MMSD and other point of view. So that's why I have listed that what are the solutions. I mean, what are the product we are going to include here, or what are the other modules we are going to include here. So let's say this is our business process. This is just an overview, okay? And what are the products are there, or what are the modules are there in our scope? It's not only FICO, finance will be there, controlling will be there, MM will be there. Just now I explained why MM is there for procurement point of view. SD will be there. Just opposite of that. If you are not going to, if you are going to procure, then obviously we are going to sale also. So for O2C cycle point of view, so SD will be there, and PP also will be there because you are going to manufacture. So we will take example of manufacture. So when you will manufacture, then only you are going to calculate the cost. So when you will calculate the cost, that time it is CO. But without PP, the cost calculation will not work. So that is why PP module will be there. Now, in future, as a finance consultant, you are only going to work on this part, FICO. Additionally, we have to include here, not everything we are going to configure, but to manage our business process or to complete our stuff, whatever things are required, MMSD and PP, we need to include so that we can see the complete business process and we can deliver the end-to-end solutions. Very often you must heard this word end-to-end, right? E to E, end-to-end. End-to-end means you should have a complete business process. You can't say that I know the FIMM integration, but practically I never run P2P cycle. So that is not going to work. So you should know that all the steps related to the integrations, and integrations you want to see means definitely the configuration or SD configuration or other configuration has to be there. So from think from that point of view logically. Okay, so this document I will share, you can go through it. So this is some like you can say formalities point of view things I have included. Then what are the business process we are going to configure? So as I said, business process point of view, we are going to configure record to report. So record to report, when I'm saying R2R series, I mean R2R business process when we'll see. So record to report point of view, first thing will be the general ledger accounting. So that means we are going to give the solutions to the business, the general ledger accounting. Now general ledger accounting and ledger concept, all these are the same, but ledger when we are saying that how we are going to manage the books of account. So for example, let's say one company, they are currently operating in USA. So okay, so XYZ, one company, they are currently operating in USA and they are following two books of accounts. So one books of accounts they are following, that is US GAAP, and also they have operation in India too. So here they are following also the local GAAP, means Indian accounting standard. Now in this case, we are not going to have two entities. We have one entity, and they are selling their product in India too, in US too. So that means parallelly we have to manage two books of accounts. So that is nothing but your parallel accounting. And for that purpose, we need to have the ledger concept. So different type of ledgers are there, which I'm sure you must have idea on that part, even if when you are working on the ledger. So ledger is nothing but how we are going to manage our books of accounts from the finance particularly. Ledger is applicable in finance. So that means when the company is going to prepare their FSB, means profit and loss balance sheet, they have to furnish their balance sheet, P&L balance sheet for as per the US accounting standard and as per the Indian accounting standard, and then they will do the consolidation. So for that purpose, we need to have the parallel accounting with multiple ledger will be there, right? So those things, if you have checked my course content there, it must be there available. So if you check here, you will find many ledgers are there. All this once you in detail we are going to see, you will get the idea. So here you will find different type of ledger configurations will be there. So up to this, you can say starting from the module one, which will start from today, that is our understanding the system and all. But till from the module two till you can say up to uh, this one, up to this. So up to this, everything is related to GL, general ledger accounting. So under this general ledger accounting, everything will be included. So this includes whatever I said, that ledger, then you're managing your FSV, your foreign currency settings, because obviously definitely foreign currency stuff will be there. So all these are part of your record to report, managing your what you can say, this reconciliation part, right? So all this will be part of your record to report. Record to report is very important business process, and it is starting from recording of a transaction till finalization of books of accounts. So that is why record to report we will not able to complete once we'll start, and we will not able to complete, because record to report in different time you will find it is connected with other areas also, right? So you can see right now the GRIR. So anyone having the knowledge about the procurement or involved in the procurement, you know that GRIR, goods receipt invoice received, is connected with the P2P also. So when we are going to have the GR, that time this accounting entry will be there. So that time, that means the GL connection also we have with different submodules. So when I'm saying submodules, these are certain terms in future you will find. Two things are there. One is your GL and another one is your subledger. GL, you got the idea that we are going to have. Another thing is ledger, right? So ledger, GL, and subledger. Ledger means at very high level, you just think that we are going to manage two books of accounts as per my current example. So first we are going to have my primary books of accounts and the secondary books of account. If I'm going to take my parent company as India, US based, so that means my primary ledger will be US operation, US GAAP, and India operation will be my secondary books of account. But ultimately, when we are going to manage the books of account, we need to have the multiple ledgers will be there. So different type of ledgers you will find here: standard ledgers and extension ledgers. Standard ledgers includes leading ledger, non-leading ledger. No need to worry about all these technical names. I'm giving an overview, 30 minutes, then after that we'll start systematically. So and right now, if anyone is working on this part, I think you can connect with your work also. So once it is finalized, then we are going to have different type of GL. Like when I'm saying GL, you are going to have GL like your expenditures, your revenues, your different type of reconciliation accounts. So for example, you have one reconciliation account that is, let's say, accounts receivable. So we know that what is the function of accounts receivable. So in balance sheet, we have one trade receivable is there. Under that, we have the accounts receivable. You will find that is the consolidated figure of all our receivable, all our customers. This accounts receivable is connected with your customer. Although now it is business partner, but let's say general terminology so that everyone can understand. Customer. So when I'm saying customer, let's say we have 500 customers are available. 500 customers, they are having multiple line items somewhere. Receivable items will be there. Advance receipts, like this, multiple entries, multiple information will be there. In balance sheet, you are not going to show the 500 line items for the customer. In balance sheet, you are going to say that accounts receivable balance this much. So that means all these informations are already consolidated, and this balance is available, and that we are going to show in the balance sheet. Similarly, we have accounts payable, that is also GL. AP is connected with your supplier, vendor, right? So that is also another reconciliation account. So that's why when I'm saying GL will be your expense, your revenues, your all type of any general ledgers. And when I'm saying sub ledgers, so these are your sub ledgers. So always you will find as a month end part. Now when I'm saying customer, it is component of your O2C, order to cash. When I'm saying supplier, it is component of your P2P. But when I'm saying reconciliation of GL and sub GL, it is part of your record to report. So record to report team, they are involved in all type of reconciliations. The O2C team or P2P team, they are managing the sales and purchase, right? So that is first thing under the record to report, that is your general ledger. Next, coming to another area is there, that is your asset. You may have, let's say, hundreds of machineries are available, different type of machines you have. But in balance sheet, you are not going to say 100 machines. In balance sheet, you are going to say that our plant and machinery, this much figure. So this is our purchase value of asset or net book value of asset, how you are reporting your books of accounts and depreciation. Then finally, you are showing that this is our final asset balance. So the balance you are going to show in the asset accounting, whereas you are going to maintain the FR, fixed asset register, right? So in fixed asset register, you are going to have a detailed informations about all the individual assets, how the depreciations are maintained, all this. But final balance you are going to show under GL. So that is also general ledger accounting, right? So when I'm saying business process, your record to report. Under this record to report, we are going to have different solutions are available. So that solutions are, one is your general ledger accounting, which I have listed first. So we will start with general ledger accounting, but before that, we should have the org structure. So you will see this project development part. You can see first will be, this is just explaining that these are the solutions we are going to give to the business. Then after that, we will do the requirement gathering and all. Let's say all this done. We found the gap analysis. Then next we are going to do, that is your org structure, like how we are going to proceed. So org structure. Okay, now here I'm going to show my old batch configuration so that you will get the idea. So exactly what we are going to do in our session also. So first thing you can see here, organization structure. Let me check here one company code. And what system we are going to use, that also business point of view I already explained. So we are going to use on premise, we are going to use Fiori, all this. Okay, so for a project type greenfield types, all this already maintained. Now first thing will be our org structure. So let me show you the org structure. Now assume that this is the solutions we have completed for business and that we are going to present to them. Okay, so we will not take any standard company code which is available from SAP. Each and everything we have to configure from scratch. Okay, so this is the org structure. Now, this organization structure is not only for finance, not only for controlling. This is your logistic included. So when I'm saying logistic, so that logistic includes both your purchase and your sales. So if I will keep expanding, you will find that everything is included here. Because without having the complete information, we will not able to give the complete solutions. So once the org structure done, then next we are going to, first we understood what is the system architecture, which we will start after 30 minutes today. So once system architecture we understood, as a consultant we understood the different components of the product. What is S4 HANA, what is the ECC, what are the changes are there, architectural point of view. This part once it is done, then we identify what is the business process. So how we will get the business process knowledge? Of course, I will demonstrate that part, all this, but that should be documented. Whatever you are going to do the system configuration, hypothetically we are not going to configure anything, so that business process should be documented somewhere. So that is why I will share you the blueprint. On the basis of this blueprint, we are going to configure, or anything we are going to configure, or we are going to do the customization, that will be supported by any business process point of view. Okay, so this one will be your assignment, but anything we'll configure, like I like this, I have so many blueprints are there. So on the basis of this blueprint, we are going to do the configuration. And here, what exactly you are going to, how you will do the configuration, that information will not be available. That will be there in my configuration document. Here, it is the business process will be there. That means you discuss with the business, you gathered various information, and you've prepared this final document as per activate methodology. We will not follow the old ASF methodology, we'll follow the activate methodology. So as per the activate methodology, you prepare this document as a consultant. Now it is done. Then next you are going to start the system configuration. So that's why here in this document also, you will find the first one will be your org structure, because org structure point of view, the configurations will be included here. Okay, so it is a blank format I have given so that you, when you practice, you can fill your stop. So once the org structure done, then next we will start with the business process. So assume that your org structure completed. Then what I was explaining that time, the record to report. So record to report point of view, org structure point of view, FI point of view, these are the areas will be there. But right now, maybe you are not familiar with everything. It's no need to explain right now. Once we'll do the system hands-on, that time you'll get the idea to configure. Okay, but I'm sure if right now you are working in one particular area, you must be used. So definitely you must have idea about the company code, because that is the core for finance and management accounting point of view. You are using controlling area. Similarly, other things like if someone is working from the P2P point of view, then purchase organization maybe you are handling, storage locations you are handling. So all these things are available here. You can see here, delivery point of view, shipping point is there, distribution channel again related to SD, plant, right? Then storage locations, sales organization, purchase organization. So whatever it is there in the document, as it is, we are going to configure. Then only you will get the clarity about the particular product. So back to my previous example, I was explaining, okay, record report. So under this record report, I said that we are going to give the solutions related to general ledger accounting. Now let me show you here that in this particular company code, it is a Indian based company code. So what are the different accounting principles we are going to follow, and what are the different ledger we are going to follow? It's not exactly same thing we are going to configure. Every business process will be unique. So as per the need of the business process, we have to configure, but certain things will be common. So company code Y700. Because what I believe, system configuration is not difficult. Once you understood the business requirement, once you understood the pain area of the business, then you can very easily do the system configuration. But if you don't know what exactly you are going to do, why we are going to do, then how to do that is irrelevant, right? So now you can see with this company code, multiple ledgers we have configured as per different requirements. So these are the different ledgers, which includes leading, non-leading, and standard and extension ledger. Standard ledgers include your non-leading and non-leading ledger, means primary ledger and secondary ledgers, and other extension ledger for different type of solutions. For that purpose, we have configured. So these are, don't think it's technical name. As I said, for business process point of view, we have to maintain multiple books of accounts under the same entity, and for that we have configured different type of ledger, because now in S/4HANA we are working on ledger approach, not on your old account approach. So once the architecture clear, then general settings you completed, right? So how the document settings will be there. So all these general settings we completed. Then we'll start with our general ledger accounting. Now ledger and general ledger, two things are there. When I'm saying ledger, that is the primary books of accounts, how we are going to do. Then after that, the general ledger will be there. So under this general ledger, as I said, different type of GL we are going to manage. Your chart of account will be there. Then your different GL groups will be there, and other stuff will be applicable. How you are going to do the foreign currency valuations, right? So whether you are going to use foreign currency or not, obviously will be used. If foreign currency will be there, how in month end the foreign currency valuations will be there. So all these things will be completed. So that is why I said that from the beginning, that I said that from this point, from this module 2 till P2P, whatever it is, they are not here. Up to this, everything is related to your GL. So under this, accrual, deferral will be there. All the closing activities will be there. So it is a very important business process related to your FI point of view, record to report. Okay, so once it is done, then okay, under this R2R, another things will be there. I will come to this bank ledger. Another things will be there. One is your profit center accounting. Now let's see whether this profit center accounting is there in our business process or not, which we are going to follow. So definitely here also exactly similar way I have given the solutions. So profit center accounting should be available. Profit center accounting. Yeah, no, it is profitability analysis. It is a different thing. Profit center, I have it included here. Yeah, profit center accounting. So what is profit center accounting? When business is going to maintain their books of accounts, internally also they are going to manage their, one will be at entity level. Let's say X Limited or XINC, that is the organization. They want to prepare their P&L and balance it, and they will register, or that they are going to submit with company law or income tax point of view, it will be there. But internally also they want to see, like we have multiple plants. So plant level, we want to see the reports, or we want like any internal informations also we want. Maybe we will not like deposit some anywhere, or we are not going to furnish anywhere, but internal reporting point of view will be there. So in that case, profit center will be applicable. Don't think that profit center is only applicable if you are going to do a profitability analysis. Profit center will be applicable for both your P&L items and your balance sheet item. So internal reporting point of view, we are going to use profit center accounting. And in which business profit center accounting is very popular? If it is, you can say any service-based industry, any business consulting firm. So in that case, it is applicable. So in all type of business, profit centers will be applicable. But in case of manufacturing company, they prefer, instead of profit center accounting, they prefer profitability analysis, because profit center accounting, we used to say it is a single dimensional reporting. For example, the plant we have taken as profit center. For this plant, the all items like your revenues, your income, your assets, everything you have reported as profit center. That's it. So plant level, you have generated the profit. But if you want to include multiple things together, then in that case, profit center is not helpful, because profit center is single dimension analysis, whereas the profitability analysis or margin analysis or COPA, that is a multi-level analysis. So that is why big companies always preferred profitability analysis rather than profit center accounting. You will find when in every profile, the use of profitability analysis, the requirement of COPA will be there than profit center accounting. But in future, what type of project you are going to get, so that you don't know. So that's why nothing we are going to skip. Profit center also we have to include, and profit center is not part of your controlling. COPA is part of your controlling, but profit center accounting is part of your enterprise accounting, and it is closely connected with your finance and controlling both. So technically, it is part of your finance. Technically, I'm saying it is actually part of your enterprise accounting. So we are also going to do profit center accounting, and profit center level, we are also going to generate report. Any transaction will be posted in the system. Profit center has to be there. Without profit center, the document will not be posted. If you have decided that we will go for profit center accounting, let me randomly pick any document in this particular company code. Let's verify whether the profit center is there or not. Just randomly, I'm going to take any type of document. I was talking about the ledger. This is a primary ledger, right? This is our leading ledger. Now, there's so many documents are there. So let me take a document here. Suppose this document. Now, in this document, profit center, maybe by that time, maybe it is not configured. I'm not sure, because stage wise will be configured. Let me take another document. For example, let's take this document. You can see here, this line profit center is there. Okay, and this line profit center does not have, right? This is profit center does not have. In this line, profit center is there. I can see is profit center, but here profit center is not there. Again, with reference to this, another business functionality is there, that is related to document splitting. It is again very interesting and very demanding area at advanced reporting point of view. Document splitting, which should be there in the course content, that is document splitting. Document splitting, yes. Now, what is document splitting? As it is linked here, let me explain it here. Document splitting means being user, I'm not going to add all informations directly, right? But reporting point of view, if this line does not have the profit center, then my reporting is not correct, because one line having profit center segment, other line I don't have. So that is why if you're going to configure the document splitting, in every line items, same informations will be there. Or if it is required, that system is going to split the entries. In this case, maybe splitting not required, but second line should be updated to the profit center. So if I will go to this view, you can see automatically profit center is available. It is one of the example, but not always like profit center. It can be any character. It may be segment, business area, anything you can take, right? So you can see profit center is there. Let me take another document, a different type of document, let's say. If I not get everything, it's absolutely fine. Anyway, I'm just giving overview. Let's take this document. This is another document. This is a customer invoice, which is directly posted in the FI system. It is not FISD integrated one. It's a manual posting. Here you can see customer is debited, revenue is credited. The revenue line I can see profit center is there. But technically I said that if you have configured profit center accounting, then in every line profit center has to be there. So out of 4 lines, 3 lines means customer, the tax part, profit center is missing. Only in the revenue part, profit center is there. Again, who is going to post this one? User is going to post. Depends on your how you have configured. If you are going to give the option that user is going to manually enter, then user will enter. But I believe that if user are going to enter the information, then chances are that they will enter wrong information. So that's why I try to be make it, everything should be automated. Now, if I will go to the general ledger view, now you can see the profit center is available in all line items. Okay, but it is not splitting. It is derived that all other line items system derive the profit center. In every document, you will find profit center will be applicable. Let me take a splitting line items because this document splitting is applicable in all type of documents. Let's take this one, suppose. Okay, you can see here. This is one FICO reconciliation example. FICO reconciliation is also part of your R2R, FICO reconciliation. Let me put it here. FICO reconciliation. Now check here. In this document also you can see multiple profit centers are involved. So that is why if I will sort the data, it will be easy for you to understand. Profit center wise the data sorted, and here splitting is applicable because multiple profit centers are there. This again, this is another document. Let me explain something. We know that when we are going to post any transactions in FI, those data we are going to transfer to FI data will be transferred to CO. Means you added any cost object, through that you transfer the values to controlling for the cost of production calculation. This is your data flow from FI to CO. In old days or in the older version, CCC version, this is how we used to manage the data. Whereas in S4, data will transfer from FI to CO and both CO to FI as well. That is known as your FI-CO reconciliation. Right now, this document which you have here, this is end result of your FI-CO reconciliation because this document no one directly posted in the system. Some CO users performed certain activities or we did the things in management accounting, and with reference to that we got this particular document FICO reconciliation. I will not go into more detail here because maybe you will not able to understand, but you will find here this document is not directly posted in the system. This document is derived from any other document. The previous document which I was showing, this document, if you'll check the reference, here you can see in this document, you will not find any reference document. Means this document is not, or let me change the document number. Now this document is not derived document. This document directly posted by any finance user in the system. So where if I will check my source document or the original document, this is the original document. Here also finance information is there. Here also I can see cost center informations are there, but it is not FICO reconciliation. It is data entered in the finance system with cost object. Okay, but if I check this document, this is one end result of another document as something we did in the controlling. So that is why this finance document is generated. So this is the end result of your FICO reconciliation. So this is my source document and this is my document which is there in your end result. So this is FICO reconciliation or this is the end FICO. That is again part of R2R. Okay, so under this R2R, I already explained the general ledger accounting. I explained the profit center and the FICO reconciliation. Now coming to, I'm just every point I'm just briefly explaining. Then coming to asset accounting. Asset accounting itself, it's a business process, but in total, it is part of your record to report or your the GL, not GL process, record to report. Now, asset accounting, as you know that many you will find small projects only on asset accounting. There will be a certain requirement will be there asset accounting and in old days, many companies they are using the old asset accounting. So migration point of view, many work will be there related to this asset accounting. Okay. So under this asset accounting, what we are going to cover or what are the solutions we are going to give to the business? Everything related to your fixed asset. So it is related to like how we are going to purchase the asset. So that is your asset purchase, which is technically we are saying asset acquisition, asset acquisition. Then how we are going to manage the books of accounts related to asset, that is your depreciation point of view, then how we are going to sell the asset, retirement. So each and everything related to asset accounting. When I'm saying asset, this is your subledger. Asset is your subledger. And I mean, asset means, for example, one machinery is there. That machine number is suppose 1000. This 1000 machine, this is our asset. This is our subledger, which you will find in your fixed asset register. This 1000 is linked with another, I mean, this one is linked with another reconciliation account. So that let's say that you have given this reconciliation account as this is our plant and machinery. So this reconciliation account include all the values related to not only this asset, all type of asset under this plant and machineries. So this is your GL. This one is your GL. This one is your subledger. Okay. So first let me show you the output, then we'll check the document. Let me take the asset report, one asset report. In business, you are saying fixed asset register FAR, whereas in SAP we are saying at Asset Explorer. Suppose let's say asset number 1000. Now this asset, all the details related to this particular asset, asset number 1000, which is one machine number one, I can see here different informations as per different depreciation areas. Anyone is working on asset accounting, you can connect. Otherwise, it's okay. So as per the different need, we are going to have different depreciation areas and we are going to manage its books of accounts. Every depreciation values you will find different. I have maintained in multiple currencies in INR and in USD. Okay, so this depreciation value is monthly. You can see it's different values. This depreciation value is a different one as per my required configuration because we are working on the parallel accounting. This depreciation value is different one. Now, exactly whatever informations we have here, same information, the team who is responsible for asset accounting, they are going to manage individually the asset related stuff. But at high level, when the record to report team or they want to see the reports, everything related to asset, FSB point of view. So in that case, we need to check one GL account and there we are going to get all the informations. Okay, and here you will find the GL informations. So this is my GL account. GL account number is 2000. Now, if I am going to check 2000 GL account, then I'm going to get the informations related to all assets. So this is another report, GL report, and 2000, check. This is your subledger data. This is your GL data. So right now it's showing what is 35,000, but here it is not showing 35,000. Right now this report is related to one asset, whereas it is a consolidated of various type of transactions, and that information it is showing. It's not for one asset. In balance sheet, you are going to show this report. In fixed asset register, you are going to have this one. Users are going to do all these things? No, users are going to get all the outputs. Depends on our configurations. So once we analyze the business process, we find their need, and we are going to configure in the system so that users are going to get all these results quickly. Or right now in the system, when you are working, you will find that all informations are readily available because backend we did the configurations. Okay, so got some idea related to asset accounting. Again, asset accounting you will find in content so much there because it is also very important interview point of view, your implementations point of view. Okay, so asset accounting. Asset accounting, you can see start from 2.4 till all these different scenarios, asset related, okay, integration with other modules. These are the those are the high point areas I'm explaining here. So that part I mean, in detail we have to everything we'll do in detail, but that you have to give focus because many questions you will find in your certification, your interview, or obviously in interview because it's a high value. In business, when you will go for business discussion with customers, they will have a lot of questions on asset accounting, how you are going to manage this, all these things, or well, all the solutions. Migration point of view, it is also going to create lots of problem asset accounting. Okay, so any question till now? I'm only keep talking. Any question? Just overview I'm explaining. No need to worry or in detail I'm not explaining. Once we'll configure in detail, you will get it. Any question?
Um, so document splitting, right? So do we need to configure document splitting to generate the profits and any of the account number?
Not getting what you're saying?
Sorry, document splitting. So where do we configure that one? Like to
Document
to
splitting,
generate. Mhm.
you are asking what is document splitting or where we are going to configure it?
Yeah, where we are going to configure like so.
Document splitting is not connected with only one business process. It is connected within every document. Wherever you are going to use multiple characteristics, maybe profit center, segment, their document splitting will be applicable. It may be related to any purchase, it may be sales, maybe asset, maybe GL, everywhere. In every business process, if you decided that we are going to go with the document splitting, so everywhere we are going to use it. So if you see where we are going to configure it, in every business process, it will be applicable, but typically it is part of your general ledger accounting.
I mean, is it enabled before it starts
From the
showing?
day
Or,
one, the moment you are going to
okay.
create a company code, by default it is enabled. If you
Okay.
want, you may deactivate it, but by default it will be enabled.
Okay.
Okay.
And I noticed that you are using different T codes and tables. So do we have all those lists in the configuration document?
Yes. Configuration and user documents, both options will be there. System navigation as well as the T code. And I will suggest that don't try to buy her the T code because users are going to hardly access few T codes so they can remember. But as a consultant, when we are going to access so many T codes, so that's why it is not possible that you can remember all the T codes. But only by practice, hands-on, you can remember all the important T codes, whatever it is required. But yeah, it is there in the list. But unnecessary, if you'll say, okay, a total 1,000 T codes, if I will count, then it will be more than 1,000 T codes will be there in total, all everything, but it is not practically possible. Even I don't remember all the T codes and not required also because you are
Yeah.
familiar. You can get the T code, you can get the navigations, everything. You will get it.
Okay.
Okay, so I explained already briefly GL. Then I already explained the profit center, FICO reconciliation. You got some idea. Then why this product costing is available here? Product costing, right? Product costing actually it is part of controlling, but product costing business process point of view, if you'll see, it is part of your I mean SAP categorization point of view, you will say it is part of controlling. But business process point of view, it is part of your record to report, right? No, absolutely 100% not correct. Product costing itself a business process itself, but it is connected with your record to report because the moment you are going to post any FIX, for example, let's say we are paying salary, where the accounting entry will be posted, the accounting entry will be posted in FI system. I posted finance, salary account debit, payable or bank account is going to credit. And when you are going to post that expenditure, one cost object has to be there. If I will check one document, suppose this is one accounting entry. Okay, so in this accounting entry, multiple your expenses entries are there and different expenses are recorded with my finance and one cost center is there. Now, this value, we are not only going to return with finance, this value also will be transferred to your CO2. Because in two terms you will find very frequently we are going to use. One is your expense, another one is cost. Finance point of view, we are saying it is expense, but controlling point of view, management accounting point of view, it is cost. So when I'm saying it is electricity, electricity is not only related to finance, the value should be transferred to your cost calculation point of view. So whenever any FI transaction will be posted, its component need to be transferred to the respective module, means cost calculation point of view, CO. So mainly when like if you have the knowledge about the cost calculation, so what you will find the material cost. So then you are going to have your conversion expenditure. For example, let's say your all the direct labor, I mean all the factory overheads, everything. Okay, all type of conversion cost. How we are going to by applying, for example, somewhere we are doing welding, somewhere we are doing some electrical work. So to perform all these activities, we need to have the activity related cost, which also we used to say ABC. So that is your source. So whenever the finance transactions will be posted, now depreciation. So where from where it will come? It will come from your asset accounting. So always you will find this expenditures, whether it is direct or indirect, always you will find its source will be always related to FI. And what about material? Material will not come from FI. Of course, when we'll purchase the material, it will come from MM module. Then we are going to have other components will be there. So that is why this overhead management, Okay, overhead management is part of your R2R, but the cost calculation is part of your product costing. Okay, so we are going to manufacture a particular product, and we are saying that the cost of this particular product is, let's say, 100. So from where we got this value, this 100? Okay, so that is connected with multiple modules together. So let me check here what is my finished stock here. FC 228. Now, right now, what I'm accessing, it is part of your part. So I'm just want to see this particular product, which is there, 228, and its cost details. Okay, I'm user from the team, and from there, I want to see what is the cost it is calculated. Again, when I'm accessing plant, it is related to logistics. So that's why I said that everything should be connected with each other, then only it is going to work. So I can see in 10th period, 10th, I'm using here April to March reporting. So 10th is my January data. So in 10th period, the cost is updated here, 246.59. This value is calculated by the CO team. They have calculated this cost and it is updated in my material master. Okay, accordingly, the selling price will be determined and this product will be sold in the market. Now I want to see that how this cost is derived. It's not one value. You can see so much informations are available. Then only this cost is calculated in the system. This screen you will get, or this end result you will get when you have multiple configurations together, then only it is going to work. For that, you should have the configuration. Already you got one idea, that is finance. So FI should be there. Then the material cost, all your material cost, wherever you can see this material numbers, informations are available. For that, configuration should be there. For cost, obviously, we are going to calculate in controlling. So the CO configuration will be there. FIMM integrations also should be there because ultimately material you are going to purchase, then only you are going to consume. Integration should be there, right? Then where you are going to do the manufacturing, PP, because here some components are related to PP also it is available. So that configuration is there and its corresponding integration should be there. Once all these things will be configured and it will be executed, then only you are going to get the cost value. So that is why to calculate the product costing, the backend, I mean, all this prerequisite configuration should be included. Then only we are going to get the values. From FI, what values you will get? All the conversion cost, your factory cost, your direct cost, your indirect cost, everything we are going to get it from the FI because ultimately the finance transactions, the expenses will be recorded in the FI system. Material components, you are going to get it from the So P2P means procurement to payment. But what you are going to procure? You are going to procure everything. You are going to procure inventories. We are going to procure spares. We are going to procure asset, everything. So one component of your P2P is your material cost, right? So that cost will be calculated in CO. Under this cost center accounting, under this controlling, you must heard some cost objects are there. That is your cost center accounting, internal order. These are not independently available. Means if we'll say that we are not going to use product costing, we will use the cost center accounting. Does not make any sense. If you're not going to calculate the cost, then why you are going to use the cost center accounting? Cost center accounting, one component of your cost. Because here you will find certain cost centers are available. I know I configured, so these are my cost centers. These are my various type of cost centers. So any value related to that particular department, initially we capture, then we have included in my cost calculations. So this cost center accounting or sort living objects like your internal order is component of your product costing calculation. So that is why under this GL, I have linked the product costing, but product costing itself, it is one area. I mean, for that, we need to configure in detail. So it is not independent business process, but it is very, very important one, product costing. Okay, so product costing will be applicable when we are going to do a manufacturing. If it is a trading business, so in that case, there is no product costing because ultimately whatever the supplier price, we are going to add our profit margin, we are going to sell. So always you'll find there is a requirement of product costing. Definitely it is related to a manufacturing company implementations or the hiring for a manufacturing company. Now product costing, always you will find regular updates will be there because a lot of changes you will find here. So even if you are joining a support project also, that time also a lot of work you will find related to product costing, your asset, because regularly there's some work must be going on. Okay, so that is what it is there under the product costing will be there. Product costing and material ledger, both the things are connected with each other. Once you, but I have not shown related to this P2P part. Let me show you first this one, procurement to payment. For this, again, FIMM integration should be there. Let's take one document. Let's not close it. Let's take one document. So I'm responsible for the AP, means I'm going to do the vendor payment. So for that, what I need to do, I will run my payable report and I will check if any payable items are there for payment. So I can see here a couple of entries are there, which is ready for the payment. All this payment part is responsibility of the AP team. But all the information related to this one, if I want to see, that depends on how you have configured the system. If something you have configured directly only in the FI system, you credited the vendor and you debited something, expense and all, that is known as your non-purchase order related vendor invoice. Some cases maybe you can post it, but that is not the integrated one. That is not FIMM integrations we did. We debited one expenditure and we credited a vendor, assuming that here MM is not involved. For example, housekeeping expenditure. So what purchase order and all we'll create? Maybe service order can be created, but assume that it's not there. But in reality, when you are going to configure one FIMM integration system for P2P point of view, so everything should be included. Now, from this payable item 35633, I want to see the complete information. So it's not one item or directly we have not got that payable item. So multiple things together available, then only you can see. So first we created the purchase order where in the logistics system. Then we process the GR. So this is my GR goods we have received here. So 40 items we have received. Once we process the GR, then we with reference to that we got the accounting entry. Who is going to post it? Anyone is right now working that no one is going to post. So this entry, this accounting entry will be posted, which is again part of your GL activity, not the payment, it means P2P. Okay, so this GRIR entry or this entry will be automatically will be posted in the system. Sorry, I picked a wrong account, wrong entry with this, the accounting entry. Yeah, this one. So here what we purchased some inventories. Then we process the GR document, which is there in the logistic, 40 items we purchased. And with reference to that, automatically accounting entry posted. So here, now this one clearing activity will be there. GR and inventory clearing will be there. So this entry will, now this is a cost component because purchase price difference is there. So that should be transferred to a cost. So that's why you can see a cost center is also connected with that, where I can see cost center. Purchase price should be included. Purchase price, production. One second. Profit center is there. Purchase price difference is there, means cost should be this value. Definitely it will be transferred to your cost of production account. Yeah, you can see cost object is there. Because any cost is there means cost object has to be there. Purchase price difference, cost object is transferred to profitability segment. So something somewhere it need to be transferred. Okay, then that's why CO part is updated. So this one is your FIMM integration, and here COMM integration also that time I said. So it is COMM integrations. Then finally my vendor invoice posted in the MM system, and with reference to that, our accounting document generated. Now your AP team is going to make the payment to the supplier. How they are going to make the payment, whether they will go for manual payment, automatic payment, all this depends on their configuration, means AP configuration point of view. But this integration has to be there so that the the AP team is going to make the payment. So when I'm saying it is P2P or procurement, that everything related to your inventory. Okay, so whether you are going to purchase inventory, inventory movement, all this, for this configuration has to be there. FIM integration means the moment we perform certain thing in the FIM system, automatically you are going to have one accounting document. This is one purchase activity, but anywhere any inventory will be used, then finally accounting document will be there. And when you are going to transfer some values to the production, let's say in this case we purchase the inventory. Here we purchase the inventory. This document is related to purchase document because I started my like I got the information from the AP. Out of that, if some values are transferred, some quantities are transferred to the production manufacturing point of view, that should be captured. Let's check that document because in end you will find everything is connected with each other. Let's take this document. Suitable document maybe. Just a second, let me confirm the date. So everything I'm checking the same company code. Okay, let's check this document. Now, in this case, last time we procured the inventory. This case, we transferred, I mean, we started consuming as we manufactured in the PP. So we started consuming the particular material, whatever we have purchased. So that's why this raw material cost is reported here in the finance against one order. Now, this order information is not part of your FI, it is not part of CO, it is part of PP. So if you are going to ignore the PP, then this cost calculation is not going to work. So that time I was showing that end result one cost calculation. So that is the end result of this one. That means actually all values we transferred to the PP module and there we manufacture, then we got the cost. So this 100,053, so this price quantity is 25 units we consumed. So this value where we transferred to the PP module. This is the accounting part. But if I want to see the complete process, multiple activities are involved here. So in detail, we once you will study and you will configure it, then you will get more clarity, but very high level you try to understand. So production order created, then confirmed, operation confirmed, then we consume the inventories, then we consume the activities, right? So then finally we got the end result. So everything is connected with each other. It is actually part of broadcasting, but it is FIMM integrations. Okay, so that was related to broadcasting material ledger. Now coming to the next one. This profitability analysis is part of, now what is the difference between P&L and profitability analysis? P&L, it is your external reporting. Income statement you are going to prepare that is related to external reporting point of view. But margin analysis, operation point of view, we want to see what is the performance status. Okay, so internal, when you are going to do the profitability analysis, operational wise, that is your profitability analysis. If I'm the external user, maybe banker, shareholders, government, then maybe we are happy with the report income statement. But if we are from the operation point of view, we want to take business decisions on the basis of performance. So in that case, profitability analysis is very helpful, which is new name is your margin analysis. Now in profitability analysis, we are going to transfer all type of values. Revenue. So revenue from where we are going to get? Revenue you will get from ST because ultimately sales will be there. So when we are going to sell a particular product, so we manufacture the product, we calculated the cost, then from there we are going to transfer the values to the sales. Okay, so two things I'm going to show you now. One is your order to cash thing, and another one is your this profitability analysis, internal profitability analysis. So first I will start with accounts receivable or SD activities. So I'm responsible for accounts receivable. I will check one item which is ready for collection. Let's take this item. So it is one receivable item for this customer, and it's not one item directly posted in the system. Sales order created. This is one SD business document generated, that what product we are going to sell and material 228, the cost we have calculated there that we are going to sell. Then next, we are going to do the outbound delivery. That is again another logistic activity. So two items we are delivering to customer. After that, when this activity will be there, you can see many documents are generated, because here profitability analysis there and COGS splitting is also there. That is again another feature, another advanced feature. Okay, so two items we are delivering. So two items from the shipping supply chain point of view should be included here. Two items we are transferring to customer, which is there from the logistic execution. Actually, it is another one module, small part we are going to use. And when we are going to perform this activity, there will be accounting document is there, which is your cost of sales. Cost of sales is debit and FG stock is credit. Who is going to post this accounting entry? No one. No one. Automatically system is going to post. But now I'm not happy with this report. I can see the cost when we have calculated, whether that screen is there or not. Yes. When we have calculated this cost, so many components are there. But this system is showing just one figure. Okay, total cost of sales. I want a bifurcation. That is again another feature. Now you can see bifurcations are there. How individually you have calculated the cost, the same is reported in the FI system, books of accounts point of view. Okay, then once it is done, then next we are going to do the billing. Again, that is part of SD. This accounting, wherever in this system, you will find the accounting document, which is auto-generated as a part of your integrations. So once this outbound delivery done, then billing will be there. That is in the SD system. So we are going to bill to the customer 990, and with this SD activity, accounting document generated. Now your accounts receivable. So here, as it is invoice, tax, and all, everything included. Now your accounts receivable team is going for collections. Now here one component you can see revenue, and another one we have seen cost. So this revenue should be transferred to your profitability analysis, and the cost should be transferred to the profitability analysis. So let's take that. Margin analysis is the new name. Old name was COPA. Now it is margin analysis. Okay, so when the transaction was there, 25th January, check the 25th January entry. Okay, here I have configured another profitability analysis. So 25th January entry is not available here. I need to change my operating concern. Combined COPA I configured, that is again another advanced feature. 701. I mean, under the same entity, two operating concern I have created. 25th January entry there. So 1000. Okay, this one. How to confirm? That means this document and this document both are same. First here, let's find out what is the source document. The original document should be billing document, and the billing document is 9 all zeros 80. Let's take what is the source document in this case. One activity in the SD system, two end result. One data flow to finance, another data flow to management accounting. or COPA point of view. So that is the beauty of integration because multiple things are connected with each other. So we transfer the revenues plus cost should be there. Okay, so cost of sales. In this item, not only 1000 should be included, this sales deduction discount also should be transferred. Check here that this one is also included. You can connect, you can link with the GL account. So what is the GL account here? 5000, 5000 and GL account 4008, 4008. Okay, and don't count this one. It is balance sheet item. In COPA, you will not find balance sheet. It is revenue and cost comparison. So this is a revenue item that we transferred, sales reduction we transferred, and we have calculated the cost. That should be also included, right? So in this document, cost is not there. Here it is, cost is there. Outbound delivery. Okay, 493.18. 493.18. But where is 493.18? But again, 493.18 we don't want to report. We want the individual component. So in another document, instead of this one value, we segregated into multiple components. So we credited 493.18 and this individual components there. So it's credited and the individual component there 204.106, 165.28, 82.66, all this there. Now, whatever the output you are going to see here, or you are right now you can see, nothing is posted by me. Once the logistic transaction is posted in the respective system, because of our configuration, in all areas, the values are going to fit automatically. Then we can take this data and we can prepare the required report. So this is how the integration play vital role here to connecting multiple things together. Okay, whether it is procurement, sales, profitability analysis, and all. So quickly, I have shown you all the business process very high level, but of course, once we'll configure in detail, that you will get the clarity. So nothing hypothetically I have explained. Everything is connected with a business process. Maybe right now you don't know the business process, but as per the business process, we have configured and then we test it. I mean, we did the data uploading, then we test it. Then we can say if everything is okay, then it is good. If it is not okay, then something is wrong with this. So again, that we need to rework and it is going to, any question?
So, like, is business area is in use in like S4 HANA as profit center and business area both are like for reporting purpose, like
Good question.
yeah.
Your question is, are we going to use business area and profit center profit center or only business area? That is what your question.
No, is S4 in S4 HANA is business area is still in use or not?
SAP is not recommending, but
Okay,
business can take the decision whether they want to use or not. If you're going to
okay,
use profit center, then they are having more options, more better options. But if business saying is that we want to use business area, then of course business area will be there. So in my implementations, although it is not I mean required, I can say, but still I have included the business area so that particularly if it is a migration project, that time customer will know we want to retain the business area still. So that's why I have included the business area
okay.
and profit center both.
But both are for reporting purpose, right?
Internal
Yeah.
reporting only. So that's why in some
And
documents you will find use of business area will be there. Yeah, go ahead with your question.
yeah, and are we going to discuss any real-time tickets related to support project in this course? Like,
Whatever you are going to configure, whatever errors you are going to you can capture. There is no
okay,
end of real time tickets. I have 30 sample tickets are there which I will share with you, but don't think that that is the only 30 ticket will be there. Ticket can be
okay,
anything. So that's why once you will do the
okay,
hands on, you will get various type of errors so that you can document and you can use those. And yes, from my end 30 plus tickets I will share. Those are critical tickets as per me, so you may use those.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Business area. So let me check a document where business area I have configured. So let's say business area. No, in this document I have not used. Let's take it. Business area in some documents I have used. Say here you can see business area there. So some areas I have used. So, but it is not the future business area. We are more dependent on profit center accounting. Learning point of view, of course, we will include it. And business area also, we are going to link with the logistic too, so that in document it will be there, but main focus on the profit center accounting.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question? I thought I will start actual session today, but in this discussion, thank you. Okay. So how you are going to proceed, right? So of course, business process wise, we are going to configure, but it is very important when from the learning point of view, when you will start your hands-on, how it is going to work. Because maybe you know the things, but how it will be executed, how we are going to execute it. So that is why anything which you are going to practice, you do the hands-on, it should be always on assignment base. Assignment is nothing but which are the different process will be there. So for every topic wise or from small, like you can say main business process, I have segregated into multiple business process and I have created different assignments. Okay. And if when you will do the assignment practice or always it will be assignment based. Only purpose is it is going to give a roadmap that how we will do the hands-on. Okay, so that is going to help you for the business process practice point of view. Let me show you one assignment so that you get the idea. 1 minute. And it is on your honesty, like as many as assignment you will complete, it is going to help you. Now check here one assignment which is related to your FIMM integration. So I've created a small business scenario and accordingly it is there. Now here some steps are there what we are expecting testing point of view, that is we are that is what I am that means I prepare assignment means my as expectation, and accordingly if your system is properly configured or if you have completed the hands-on properly, then end result you are going to get here. Now to complete this assignment, this is the assignment for a particular business scenario. To complete this one, you need to have the prerequisite configuration should be there, and once you will configure it, then you will test it, then you will get the end result. For that purpose, for every topic, the hands-on documents which I'm going to share, it is going to help you. For example, let's say this GL document. Okay, so this GL document is not for that assignment, just I'm showing sample. So step by step, it is going to help you to do the hands-on. Okay, so I captured the screenshots and I prepared, but this one is just one document. Okay, so every assignment point of view, you can't refer it. So it is your expertise, means you need to, maybe you can discuss with me, you can take the help and you can complete this one. So as much as assignment you will need to complete, the business process you are going to configure, it will help you. So because you can't say that I configured this much and it is enough. Maybe in interview, the question will be there from a different business process which you never configured. So that's why there is no end. So it is up to you. The more you will configure, it will more you will get that one. I mean, you will get the result. And don't always do the copy. I never. I mean, the assignments whatever I have prepared, it's not like anything repetitive. You will find everything is unique. And secondly, when you are going to do the configuration, for example, let's say you have configured 3 company codes. So end-to-end 3 company code you plan that I will configure, and which I suggest that you at least you go with 3 company code. So don't do the copy paste. Certain things will be common. For example, org structure, your initial settings, those things will be common. But once you will do the business process configuration, like the previous one P2P, how you have configured, same way, don't do the configuration the next one. Because exactly if you're going to do the same thing, then it will be a copy paste. This time it should be something different. So that is what I prepare the assignment so that you will get like more exposure to different business process. Okay, so this is how we are going to proceed. Now, if you have any questions, let me know.